and not activity at the time, because activity was not. It was simple enough, but we need to have a lot of knowledge. I'm not a Java developer. I'm more a front-end web developer at the time. So this is something that I had to learn. I had to learn first Alfresco, to develop in Alfresco, and also the intelligence. So we started that in 2012. It was in February. So we had the idea, okay, by the end of the year, we go with one country live. So we had a quite short deadline, less than 1 year to do that. So we decided to have the intelligence in WebLogic. So it's a decision. It's like that. We hired someone, a Java developer for WebLogic, to put everything inside the Oracle WebLogic inside of Alfresco. This means that Alfresco is just really a repository. It's simple, it doesn't do anything else. And what I wanted for that, because it's basically simple, this should disappear. Because my customers, yes, I'm a customer of Alfresco, maybe potentially from you, but my customers are not IT at all. They're just secretaries or accounting systems workers. So all what they know for the secretaries is the scanners and the printers, you know, the big Xerox. So for them, it should be simple. For the accounting system, what they know, they have their own interface. They should get the invoice, the new invoices. So what I wanted, this Alfresco does not exist. So I found a really nice phrase. The best interface is no interface. Everything is disappeared. Even share doesn't exist officially. Actually, share will be used only by me if there's a problem of managing the invoices, because if something crashes, I can rapidly move the documents where they are. So this is basically the process of how it works. We don't see it here. It's too white. It's white on white. But there's an invoice. The invoice goes to Alfresco by email. So basically, this is an email client. Actually, no, it's an email server. So everything goes in, and for each country, I develop a site. So everything is separated. I could have said everything is in one repository, not a site repository, but for managing afterwards, I had to think of a user experience, my user experience, or potentially other people if they need it, to really, really find a way to manage or retrieve the documents. So everything goes in, and that's all. That's the human part. This is the more the process inside. Then we have another part over there. So here we have, for example, the two sites, the two emails. The email goes in, it's processed because it's an email, and this is something that is really good in Alfresco Share. It can extract automatically when an email goes in, all the attachments are separated directly. The thing is, I only want to have the PDF, not the email, so I don't care about this. So I remove the emails, I delete the emails, get the PDF, and this is the 4 steps that you saw in my process, and they move to new. For each steps, there's web script and a rule to change the status. Basically, what I built inside is a 2-way to get the emails, to get the invoices. First, via search, I have an aspect saying, okay, this status today is new or registered, approved, or booked. So even with a search, so I know exactly what is the real status. At the same time, if there's a problem, I can always go to a share site and see where the problem is directly here. And sometimes this is one of the problems we had at the beginning, is sometimes new invoices were already registered but still new. So I have to move them manually. So it's a way to save or to back up or to make the things differently. So this is the same thing. We move just a bit further here. So from there, we have the accounting system, which is white on white. Sorry. So we have the accounting platform. Missing things. Accounting platforms, and everything is done by with the REST calls, and I've built web scripts there. Very simple. Everything I built it basically an API to get the new invoices or to change. So everything here is just through 2 or 3 calls with parameters. So on one side you have the people in the middle. Potentially, I build an interface for me, and this is here only the machine going there. In between, I can manage something like this. So in all, it's 4 web scripts. Very short, very, very short. It took me, honestly, so we started in February. I started to learn Alfresco in March. The first tests were in April, May. And then we went to test, with the first country in August. So we went pretty fast. I have no idea what Java is. Honestly, if I have to develop something in Java, it's no. Web script, now I know. It's no problem, because it's really close to what I know already with the web development and the community. Thanks to the IRC, Christina was mentioning it. This is where I came into the IRC and get all the information, documentation. This is where I met Axel. This is where I met Peter Loftux and other people. They're all crazy, because with them I could develop everything in basically 4 months. So in August we went live. For the test with Switzerland. It was the first country, and we had things that were not, of course, expected. And this is the good expectation. So when Switzerland came and started to put their own invoices in parallel of their own things, they said, okay, we have all the invoices, but what about our information, our documents? How can I put them? So why do you do this? Well, it's nice. We have a repository. We want to put all our documents in your system too. The whole Switzerland. Okay, fine. So suddenly they wanted their own archive too. It means basically they want to have their own site. And for me, it's a very good thing. Whoops, it was already done. It's a very good thing, because it means the consumer, my clients, grab the product. It's very good. So it's a good expectation. Also, something that's happened it happened in November in Berlin DEF CON. I got an email at the moment that I've been asked to add 2 email addresses. Why? Well, they wanted to have the suppliers at bank to send directly the invoices. Before it was always paper. And then my clients understood the power of this. And then now some suppliers and some banks are sending it directly. There's no problem, it's transparent. For them, Okay, instead of going to best, they go to this address. And its return response is good. So sometimes it's nice to have something that works and people are grabbing it. So make something that is really, really useful and simple. Just an email at the end. Just an email to send. So now, negative. The users. This is a big problem of not communicating, or maybe having something that is it's difficult because it's not part of Alfresco, but it's also part of Alfresco. So in France, we start France in 2014, and we expected all the countries to send an invoice when they get it, basically, and we thought it was 2 or 3 invoices a day, up to 10 a week, something like this. But France said, okay, every month we will send all the invoices at once. And it means that delaying the payment too. And the problem is, with the system that I built, it's for one PDF, one invoice, one email. France, when they did that, they had 30 invoices. And so they had to scan every time one email, one PDF, one invoice. Every time, which is really painful. So the problem, this is my problem today, and I wanted to find some solutions, and I think I have some solutions today. I wanted to meet FSoft, but they're not here. So FSoft is one of the solution. Is to have when you scan on the big Xerox, all the invoices are put in one PDF. So basically, I need to split the PDF. But sometimes the invoices are 1, 2, maybe 3 pages. So I cannot say split every page. There's something I need to find. Normally, you can have a stamp or marker or pattern that something can, or an application can split. FSoft can do that. There's another one, PDF tool may be the solution to have to work on that. But this is a solution I got yesterday. So it's really, really new for me. So basically, this would answer this question, but in between, I have no idea. And this is a problem that we didn't really expect. Thanks you, France. By the way, I'm French. So I can do it. The other problem, in the accounting system, something was not expected. They know how to use the tabs on browser, because WebLogic is running on, now it's running on forms, so everything is web. And they are opening 10 different invoices at once. So I mean 10 tabs. So it means 10 times they download the PDFs, and at some time 10 tabs for their own WebLogic and work on it. So I don't know how they do it. They can recognize. The problem is sometimes the wrong invoice with the wrong data was inserted in their own systems. So what they ask me sometimes, and I said no, is can you change the document ID of this document so it matches the one in the financial system? I say, no, sorry, but it's unique, I can't. So you have to destroy it and do it again, sorry. So there's no solution, but it happens. For them it seems, oh, it's easy, but no, it's not, sorry. Server problems. This is something that I already had many times. It makes your server 100% busy. I didn't understand, but thanks to IRC, from the solution, you limit on the server. So if you have some knowledge in the system administration, tap that on your SSH, you should see this value. If it's not, increase it. Normally it's lower. It should be the minimum of this level. Another one, the wrong problem. And Mr. Peter, you are seated, yes, and Young Crew too, because you're happy in this case. This is a copy of the RSC that you or Yad wrote. We had 8 gigabytes at the beginning. The thing is, you have to know how many gigabytes is for Alfresco and the others applications. In this case, it can be ImageMagick, OpenOffice. So the solution, from it works, is you just divided the RAM by 2. It gives you the RAM for Alfresco. It works. Maybe not for you, but for the moment, what I have, it's a good calculation. So another one. This is very practical and nothing with Alfresco, or more or less. When you send with the printer, it's an email, but if the email doesn't exist, it means that a folder in the site has not the aspect emailed and with the field, the email field full. Alfresco, send it back. They send back to what? To the printer. So I had some problem like this because they tried to send to the wrong email but never get any feedback, and I didn't get any feedback too because it's just an email. So when you do that, send on the printer another email than the printer. It's possible, but you have to know it because they're just a client. Have this, well, I mentioned already this problem with the bulk email. And another one that's had to put everyone in admin, because if you need to move from one folder to another one, a document, you need to delete it, which is strange, but. And the only one to delete is to have to be admin. There's I think I found a way around, at least for 5. For 4, it's different. I have Alfresco 4.0. Now it's 5.1. I found another solution, a better solution. Maybe I will implement it later. But for the moment it works. But it's dangerous. I don't like this. Everyone is admin, site admin. So basically this is all. Do it fast, sorry. Go ahead. We implemented this in 2012. In 2014, we had 5 countries. And from this year, first we go to Asia, Africa, and Latin America. Malaysia will be the first. New challenge, we need to replicate exactly what we did. How? I don't know yet, because should we keep Alfresco 4, Alfresco 5.1, the WebLogic changed to 11G to 12B or something like this. It's a new challenge. I don't know how we will manage this, centralized, not centralized, with multi-tenant, something like this. Voila, that's very short. It's a bit technical, not technical. I don't know if you have any questions. You can ask me.